I'm in Taipei, the incredible capital city of Taiwan. So join me today for my first impressions, where we have a look at some of the best things to do in Taipei, and of course, try some of the local food. Let's do it. First up, one of the most iconic spots in Taipei, and something I've been looking forward to a lot on this trip, and that is visiting Taipei 101. Used to be the tallest building in the world, overtaken by the Burj Khalifa. However, it's still, of course, one of the tallest buildings in the world, and there is a sky platform at the top, as most of these buildings have, and therefore one of the tallest sky platforms in the world. And today, we get to go up it. Looks amazing. I mean, the outside looks incredible. This looks ridiculous. Luckily, I'm not scared of heights, so I'm actually incredibly excited for it. And I think the elevator to get up, obviously there's an elevator, we're not taking steps. I think it's one of the fastest, either the fastest in the world or fastest in Asia, but we'll find that out. You come in and you come up to the 5th floor, there's a ticket hall here, and you grab one of your tickets. 600 new Taiwanese dollars, about £17. Not the cheapest, but also not crazy, I think. All of these tall buildings with the sky platforms. Well, sometimes they let you up for free, but you have to buy an expensive drink. Sometimes you can go up, but you have to have an expensive dinner. Or sometimes you just buy a ticket. Let's see if it's worth it. I'm sure it will be worth it, but let's see if it's worth it at the top. The only issue is, today is still raining, or it is raining, and therefore they may not let us out onto the sky platform because they may deem it too dangerous. Let's check out if this view is worth that £17. All right, confirmed, it is the world's fastest elevator, not just the fastest in Asia. Whoa. That was Jeez. Yeah, I thought I'd leave this segment in real time to show you just how fast this elevator is. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Wow, the speed. I don't know what I expected, but you could feel the speed as soon as you lift off. Not like on a rocket, of course. Well, not that I've been on a rocket, but you could feel it and your ears are popping all the way up, but you can feel the speed. It's a weird feeling, almost not motion sickness, but 37 seconds from 0 to floor 89. Ridiculous. And with that, it was time to look around Taipei 101 on the 89th floor and check out the views. I mean, after all, that's why we're here. And I think you'll agree with me, despite the clouds, they didn't disappoint. But it wasn't just about views, we got to do something a little bit special.
And also, the president of Taipei 101.
Hi.
The number one, number
Hi.
one celebrity in Taiwan.
So, baseball is big in Taiwan, and they got us all to sign a baseball jersey that was going to go into the London office for the Taiwanese Tourism Board. Pretty cool. Although, signing a shirt is a lot harder than it looks. I'm blaming the pen. I want to give you my thoughts. We've had a guided tour by the chairwoman and the PR team from Taipei 101, so slightly different access, but essentially the views are the same. The bad news is, despite trying to sweet talk the chairwoman into letting us up onto the skywalk, it's closed for health and safety reasons. Well, not health, but safety reasons. However, the views from this deck, from the 89th floor, are spectacular. It is 360 degrees. You can walk around the entirety of the building, looking out over the views, over the mountains, over the city, and actually at each angle and at each corner you get different views. It is cloudy, but I'm going to say it makes it even more beautiful because you have the clouds sweeping across the sky, and I don't know, it just adds some more atmosphere here. It is high, It's probably the highest building I've ever been in. And when I was stood on the edge, I thought the building was swaying a little bit. But it does have a dampener, it's super safe. But actually, I think what I was experiencing was vertigo, because the people who work here said, no, the dampener means the building doesn't move. So it probably was a little bit of vertigo. I've never had vertigo before. So you know we're high when that happens. But it is incredible. It is worth the entrance fee. The views are worth the entrance fee. And I think whether it's like this, whether it's cloudy or whether it's sunny, it doesn't really matter. You should come up here. But that wasn't the end of it. We had to go up 12 more floors to the 101st floor. It is called Taipei 101 after all, isn't it? You cannot come to Taipei 101 without coming to the 101st floor of the building. To do that, you have to pay an extra $380 and you come up to this place. They call it the Secret Sky Garden. It is pretty with all the fake flowers, but it's nice. It's done nicely. And of course the views are just as spectacular from up here. 508 meters. 508 meters is crazy. Now we're further into the cloud, unfortunately, so the views aren't quite as good as down there, but I imagine on the less cloudy day, it would be incredible. I like it, but to be honest, if you only want to go to the sky deck and the 89th floor, I don't think you're going to be missing out too much, especially if the day is like this. But if it's sunny, get yourself up here and explore. I mean, come on, you can't, as I say, you can't come to Taipei 101 without coming to the 101st floor. And on the lift, it's the only lift in Taipei with the 101st floor. Well, it's probably the only lift in Taiwan with floor 101 in the lift. And with that, it was time for some group photos, of course, and then it was time to leave. But I'm getting a little bit hungry, so let's go find some food. Now this place caught my eye because it's early and there's already a queue of people outside. So maybe that's where we'll get some food. Let's see what it is. Looks like dumplings. Yes, dumplings and soup. Let's try it, why not? I'm hungry, it's busy, so it must be good, sorry. Now I'm getting in people's way. Let's try it. Can I have 5 of the original and 5 of the algae? Well, I had a scallop one. Okay, and I'll have them to go, please.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Just wait here.
Thanks. So they're $7 each.
Yeah.
So the original is $7 each, and the scallop one is $9 each, and the minimum order is 5. You can also get the fishbowl soup as well, but I think we're just going to try the dumplings today as a light snack and my first food in Taiwan. I'm being a bit sneaky and shoving the camera in. You can see YouTube. Ah, this is natural. So this is the original. Ah, look at this. So I thought they were too busy to show me, but now they've got them all out. I just wanted to be a bit sneaky and have a little look. Ah, okay. So look at this. You have the raw dumplings here, and then this is the one with the algae on the outside, and the scalloping. These are the 2 that we've ordered, and then behind you've got them steaming. Or boiling, should I say, not steaming. You've got them boiling in the pans, and they'll be pulled out. How good do they look? You can tell, homemade. You know the quality is going to be good. I cannot wait to eat them. I found myself a little place inside, so we're going to eat here and get the atmosphere of the restaurant. And they've just come out back, and they've shown me the little secret area out back where the people are making them. How cool is this? Got a big pile of the filling on a huge plate. Look at the size of that filling. He's just taking it off one by one, putting it into that wrapper and then filling it. Effortless. It's arrived on the table, and I've been trying to only film on the GoPro more frequently now, just so it's easier for me. But to be honest, when things look this good and they're showing me, I've just had to pull out the main camera so I can show you. Just look at the color of those green scallop ones. As I say, made that color with the algae. And then these are the originals. She did tell me that we have some sauces and some dips over here. So we're gonna go and get some of that. no idea what I should be putting on these. See, now I'm getting in people's way again. Do you know what they are? Do you know what these are? Ah, this is like a chili oil.
Chili?
Yeah, chili oil. More chili, but maybe a fresh chili. So this is maybe a roasted chili with the chili oil. This is probably fresh chili. Yeah. This, garlic.
Garlic.
Yeah. Maybe some ginger in there as well. And this, I don't know, by the way. I'm guessing. They're looking at me like I know what I'm saying. Have no idea. This is probably soy sauce, chili, and maybe a touch of sugar. So maybe sweet, salty, fresh, spicy, hot. Yeah. And then garlic and ginger maybe. Yeah. And then sesame oil, soy sauce, vinegar. I've learned if you say things with confidence, people believe you. I'm going to take a little bit of this, what I presume is the sweet and salty one. Get some of that. And then, of course, you know me, guys. We're going to go for the crispy chili oil. It looks insanely good. Look at the color of that. And what I would like, maybe this is the wrong place to put it, but just a few drops of the sesame oil. All right, I'll see you guys at the table. You can see on the inside, little bit of juice came out. It's very moist in there. Little bit of pork, little bit of cabbage, which is just blanched, so there's a crunch to it. Sweetness from the cabbage. And then a very, very thin dumpling wrapper, very thin, very fine, just melts away in the mouth and you're left with the filling in your mouth. So this time, with the second half, I'm going to give it a dip. So I'm going to give it a dip in that, what I presume is the soy sauce one. Yeah, salty, slightly spicy, takes it to the next level. That one is like eating the ocean. You have the scallop on the inside, I think dried scallop, so a nice seafood flavor. Very soft on the inside, but I think it's chopped finely, as we saw when they were making it. It's chopped finely, so you get the texture. But the algae wrapper is giving so much flavor. So algae makes it sound weird. Let's just call it seaweed. That one might even be better than the original. Let's give it a dip in the soy sauce and see how it is. There's only one way to improve that dumpling, and that's give it a little dip in the soy sauce for that saltiness, like I said, and then take it over to the crispy chili oil and dip it in that. Oh, wow. Caught me at the back of the throat. It's spicy. If you haven't tried crispy chili oil before, you must try crispy chili oil. It's like a flavor bomb of savoriness in your mouth. And the dip in that soy sauce, the dip in the crispy chili oil, that's the move. Anyway, guys, I'm going to finish up and we'll carry on exploring, but do not miss this place. What a find. Thank you. How much do I owe you?
Do you take any side dish?
No, just the sauce.
Just the sauce? Oh, no, sauce is free.
I guessed that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just change.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thanks.
Thank you.
$80. So about £2. Pretty good value. Nice little snack. Let's get exploring. I must say, from a first impression, this place gives me vibes of a cross between China, I've only been to Beijing, but China and South Korea. I would say Japan, because there are some places which definitely give a little Japan vibe, but actually Japan, to be honest, is just on another level. So I'm going to say a cross between China and South Korea, which I must say isn't a bad place to be. I'm just arriving at the Chiang Kai-shek Memorial, and first and foremost, it is absolutely stunning with its white walls and dark or royal blue, let's say, royal blue tiles on top. Chinese style of architecture you can see immediately. It's right in the center of the city, a very large memorial grounds. Don't really know what to expect, to be honest, but I can tell you, it looks pretty big, it looks pretty outstanding, but I think already I can tell just from walking through this stunning gate that the time to come here is early morning or late afternoon, because it is absolutely baking at midday. Anyway, stop looking at this and check this out. Isn't that a little beauty, or a big beauty? Maybe you can't see the size of it from the camera, but it is absolutely huge. Anyway, this area is surrounded by gardens, beautiful gardens it looks like, very, very well kept, as you'd imagine. And then you have these large monuments around the area as well. This is just one of them. We will have a walk around, I will show you. Actually, the size from one end to the other is massive, but look at, I mean, perspective. I'll try and give you some perspective of this building here, but all the way to the other side, you have another huge gate, and it is absolutely massive, but it looks teeny tiny all the way over there. Let's start off by walking up here, I think. If you want to get a perspective for scale, just look how small these people are. They're only about 10 meters away from me, but look how small they are compared to the building. Ridiculous. I found the tourists. They're all hidden inside this building. But this space is so big, I think it can be pretty busy with tourists and you wouldn't really feel it. But look at that. Well, let's centralize ourselves. Look at that for a view. Isn't that insane? I can't get over the size of it. Let's go see what everyone's looking at. Ah. It's the changing of the guards. That's why everyone's here. That was pretty interesting to see. But the building itself, on the inside, you have this big statue of Chiang Kai-shek himself, next to two Taiwanese flags. And then on the roof, you have this very intricate wooden decoration with the sun, which is also on the Taiwanese flag. Yeah, it's clearly a must-see when you're in Taipei, if not just to see the awe-inspiring buildings and this breathtaking view across the skyline. I imagine at sunset or late afternoon, it's going to be even better because the sun is going to come down and set just around here. You're going to get an amazing sky. But we're here at midday. And if you wanted to know, the changing of the guard happens on the hour, every hour. Now, if that doesn't give you perspective of the size of it, I don't know what will. I was just thinking, as I was walking down the steps, it looks like the people are little ants running around, seeing what's what. I mean, not these people, obviously they're closer, but the little tiny dots of people over here look like little ants. As you walk away from it, it doesn't seem to get any smaller. What a sight. What a sight. As you actually do get further away from it, it opens up as a panoramic view. The bit I've been waiting for pretty much all trip is to come and have soup dumplings, Gua Bao. Maybe you've heard of them, maybe you've not, but if you're visiting Taiwan, it is 100% something you want to try. And if you're going to try it, I recommend you try it in a local place. But before you do that, you have to come to the OG, the main place for soup dumplings here in Taiwan, and actually the main place for soup dumplings in many places, because this brand has gone global. It's called Din Tai Fung, the OG of soup dumplings. And if you're going to have soup dumplings just once, you have to try it here. But I think it's fun to try it here and then get out to a local place as well. But oh boy, have I been looking forward to this one. As you can see, it is ridiculously busy. There are queues outside and an absolutely jam-packed restaurant, and the restaurant is huge. My favorite part, other than the eating, is the fact that they have an open kitchen where you can see them making them. Now, we had a session actually learning how to make them, a cooking class, and I must say I'm not the best at making dumplings. It's pretty tricky and I was pretty slow. But the speed these guys work here is incredible. The rolling, the weighing out the amount of meat to go in, it's so fast. And then the pleating, the putting the dumpling together is insane, ridiculous. They are so fast. The finger movements are crazy. 18 folds on the top, that's what makes Din Tai Fung special. 18 folds, and you can tell they've been doing this for quite a while. They're like machines. I mean, just watch this guy. Here he goes. It's set up for him. He does it. 18 folds, remember. Look at the speed of the hands. And make it pretty. So he's already done. He's just making it pretty. And done. And into the steam basket behind. And this is, I mean, first of all, look how clean it is in there. But this is where they're cooked. Out back, out here, in the steam baskets. It says artistry, craftsmanship, Xiaolong Bao. They're not wrong. But to be honest, if you're like me, you want me to shut up and get trying it. All right, I've just stepped outside of the room because I must admit it's a little hard to film in such a group setting and a big table. It's very loud and a circular table is hard to get the filming equipment out, but I just wanted to tell you about the dumplings. Just been eating quite a few of them so far. First of all, there's a method that you need to use. They look absolutely stunning. Obviously, we saw them making them with perfection. You can see those 18 folds on the top. When they open the steam basket, you want to eat them fast, very fast. So take one off and put it on your spoon. You use your chopsticks to pierce the dumpling and squeeze out the soup. Drink the soup and then dip it in the sauce, which is a mix of, well, usually it's just black vinegar and ginger in this case. Sometimes a touch of soy sauce. Then you eat it. The benefit there is you get the clarity of the soup, the depth of flavor of the soup, and then you can taste the thin wrapper dumpling and that porky goodness on the inside. They are spectacular, they are delicious. The wrapper is so thin, not claggy, perfectly cooked, and it lets you taste all of those flavors. But that broth, so clear, so delicious, such deep flavor from it, absolutely love it. Right, next up we have Longshan Temple, which was built in 1738. Very nice entrance area, and we're very lucky that the tourist group has come here. So this is where the tourists are, but wow, look at this. I mean, first of all, let's go to the man-made structure. Look how stunning that is. So intricate, and this is what I love about these temples. The temple building itself is so intricate with its carvings and its design, painted or decorated in gold, beautiful flowers and trees potted around it. You've got the Chinese lantern and then gold Chinese writing all over it, and then the red gate just pops. But look at this. You have a gorgeous waterfall coming from, I don't even know where, to be honest. Obviously, it's been made just for this. But look at that, and the sound of the water is so peaceful. Wow, look at the size. Can you see the size of some of these carp? Look at that, it's huge, it's like a whale. So you've got carp in the bottom, must be loving it in that water. And then you've got the waterfall coming down those moss-lined rocks, with everyone taking photos, of course. But let's head inside and find out a little bit more about this temple. Wow. It was pretty on the outside, but look at it once you get inside. Stunning. Oh, look at the pillars lined with vines with birds decorated on them as well. How beautiful is this? Got music playing in the background. But let me tell you, this temple was destroyed during World War II. It was bombed by the US Allies in 1945 and completely destroyed. So what we're seeing now has been a rebuild, but spectacularly, the only thing that survived was the Buddha statue, which I presume is in this building over here, so we'll go have a look. But As ever in these things, the Buddha statue survived, and obviously that sent it into a greater reverence than what it already was, and this was rebuilt around it. Let's go take a look. I was just approached by a nice lady who was trying to speak to me in Mandarin, had no idea what she was saying. Time after time after time, I wish I could converse with these people, but sadly not. Anyway, up we go to have a look. And you're not actually allowed inside, which makes sense. I'll try and keep my voice down because people are praying, as you can see. And there is the Buddha. Gold everywhere. But yeah, I really don't want to get in the way because I'm just having a look, but people are genuinely praying, so I don't want to get in the way of that. I'll come back maybe when it quietens down a little bit, but even around the corner, look at this. Whenever I'm in a temple, yes, I love the beauty of the temple, but it's always that peaceful atmosphere inside these places that I just love the most. Right, let's go get one more thing to eat. I've just come into Huaxi Street Night Market. And yeah, it's not night right now, but it is still open, so maybe this is a place where we're going to get some food or a final snack before we end this video. Things do look pretty good. I always like watching people eat and seeing what they have. Getting inspiration. That looks pretty good. Looks like stewed pork rice. Gua Bao. Yung Fang Gua Bao. Okay, maybe this could be the snack that we try. So Gua Bao is like a Taiwanese burger. Normally comes with pork belly on the inside, and I love it. Well, I haven't had Taiwanese burger, but I have had a Chinese-style burger. I can't remember what it's called, but I had that in Thailand, weirdly. So maybe this is the one to try. And someone else is filming here, so clearly. And it says it's Michelin. Michelin 2020, Michelin 2021, and Michelin 2022. Looks like it might be the place to try Gua Bao. It's been on my list, so let's try it. Got jealous of the main camera, didn't I? So the GoPro's gone and the main camera's out. So fickle I am. Anyway, let's order. Can I have one Gua Bao with pork belly?
A takeaway.
Yeah, please. Well, maybe I eat here. Yeah, please. So, this is it. You can see, if I can reach over, you can see the steamed bun, the bao. She tears it open, fills it with, what is that? This.
This is peanut.
Peanut, ground peanut.
Yeah.
Some steamed greens go in. And then, that pork belly I was telling you, the smell coming off it. Look how juicy. Oh, look at that. And then freshness with some herbs. It's like coriander going in there. A little bit more peanut powder. And ready to go. How much?
$16.
Okay, thank you. Look at that, a thing of beauty. Soft, pillowy, light bao, which is like a rice flour bun, which has been steamed. You can just see how pillowy that is. Look at that, it just bounces back. There is so much light fluffiness in there. I just can't believe how appetizing that looks in the street, as you can tell by the street noise. But let's get tucked into that bao. Wow. What a contrast in flavors in there. First of all, you get the richness, the porkiness, very, very porky, as a hurricane rips through. Very, very porky from that pork belly. It's soft, as you would expect. It's fatty. It's been cooked definitely in soy sauce. Definitely there's a sweetness coming through it, so there's probably some sugar. The wind is really picking up. You can just see, if I get that to focus, you can just see the fattiness in there. So you get those spices, the cinnamon, the star anise, and then you get the bitterness from the cabbage, or the steamed greens, should I say, and then the peanut flavor comes through. The bao is what brings it all together, of course. It's light, it's soft, it's fluffy, as we could tell by touching it, but the taste, it just disappears in your mouth. Slightly sweet, not too sweet. Sometimes they're very sweet and I don't really get on with them, but this one is perfect for the filling. What a snack. Taiwanese burger. Make sure you eat it in Taiwan. Right guys, before the storm comes, thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video from Taipei.